Hello there, Michael, and hi to Ben. Yeah, Ben, and we know why, right? And you had the day off today. Yes, it is, and let me get the introductions out of the way. We're going to touch on that. This is Spokane Steve. Strat-O-Matic Baseball 1966 replay. The New York Mets at the Los Angeles Dodgers, the middle of a 3-game series. Right-hander Dennis Rybant on the mound for the Mets, and the left arm of God, Sandy Koufax, will take the mound for the Dodgers. And rest in peace, Bob Uecker. I actually received an email from one of you. That's how I learned the news. Then I saw it later on the MLB website. I think you would be hard-pressed to find a person who didn't like Bob Uecker. And, you know, I think that pretty much sums it up right there. So, anyway, to today's game. The pitchers. And hello to Rick. Yeah, it's sobering, Ben. None of us are getting any younger, that's for sure. And hello to Bill, yes indeed. And there's Thomas. Yep, he's got a seat in the front row. Looking at today's pitchers for a moment here, Rybant, mostly a reliever. In fact, he's been the stopper for this team. 1-2 with 6 saves, 6 of the team's 8 saves, and a 1.52 ERA. This is just his second start. He's made 12 relief appearances. For Koufax, yeah, well, he's pretty much carried this Dodger team. Let's face it, he's 8-1, 1.75. He's completed 6 of his 10 starts, 1 shutout, 88 innings, 61 hits allowed, and 90 strikeouts. 90 strikeouts, of course, leads the majors. The 1.75 ERA, second in the National League to Tommy Sisk. Yeah, exactly, Ben, exactly. Okay, here's the Mets lineup for today's ball game. Ron Hunt will lead it off at second base. Cleon Jones is in right field. Ken Boyer at third base. Ron Swoboda in left field. He hits in the cleanup spot with Dick Stewart at first base, hitting fifth. Hawk Taylor will do the catching today. Billy Murphy is in center. Roy McMillan, the shortstop, hits eighth, and Rybant, the pitcher, ninth. The Dodgers in the field will have Roseboro catching, Parker, Lefevre, Wills, and Kennedy around the infield, with the outfield Davis, and Lou Johnson returns to the lineup in right. So with that all out of the way, it's about time to play ball here on a Thursday, a very dark Thursday in Spokane. I had to turn extra light on in here. It's really gloomy. Temperature not bad, sitting around 32. But really dark and gloomy. Okay, here's Hunt to start it off. Koufax ready to go to work. Hunt leads the club in hitting at .297. No homers, just 6 RBIs. Koufax with the windup, and we are underway on a 1-7 base hit up the middle. Ron Hunt with a leadoff single. And away we go. Hunt, a star 15 stealer. So let's take a look at the battery for the Dodgers. Right on cue, there goes my voice. Fortunately, I have some hot coffee here. Hunt, a star 15 stealer. Koufax a +1 hold. Roseboro with that -3 gun, however. That makes Hunt a 13. And early in the game, against an offensively challenged team, they're going to hold him on at 11. That's going to bring up Jones, second on the team in batting at 277. 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Koufax out of the stretch. 6-6 right-handed. That is a base hit knocked down at third by Kennedy, but he has no play. That's going to be an infield single. Hunt stopping at second. And the Mets put the first 2 men on here against Koufax. And welcome to Perry. Perry's here. Yeah, that's right. The guys that play mostly play, I guess, Murphy and Taylor would be, what would you call them, spot starters maybe? The batter will be Ken Boyer. Ken comes in at 263, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. Koufax gets the sign now. Here's the pitch to Boyer on a 4-9 right-handed. It's a grounder to short X. That could be 2. Will's a 327. Here's the play. On an 18, he's got it. Shovels to Lefevre for 1. On to first, double play. 6-4-3-X. Hunt takes third on the play. And with 2 out, the batter will be Ron Swoboda. Swoboda just 11 for 71. It's a 155 average. Still looking for his first home run. Koufax into the windup now. 3-5 left-handed. He walks him. 2 out walk to Swoboda. Koufax looks like he's still trying to find it here in the first inning as Dick Stewart steps in. Dr. Strangeglove hitting 220, 1 home run. Koufax gets the sign now. The pitch to Stewart is a 1-6 left-handed ground ball to short. Wills has it across to Parker, and Koufax pitches out of it. The Mets, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. After half an inning, it's New York 0, Los Angeles coming to bat. Speaking of Los Angeles and Southern California, actually Central California, where I am on a waiting list for a HUD apartment. I got to tell you, I'm having a lot of second thoughts about that now. I'm starting to feel like I really don't want to move back there. They've got a lot of problems, and these fires have really brought that to the forefront. May well have been, Ben. Here's the Dodger lineup against Ryban. Maury Wills leads it off at shortstop. Wes Parker at first base. Willie Davis will be in center field. Tommy Davis in left hits cleanup. Jim Lefevre at second base. Lou Johnson in right field. Haven't seen him in the lineup in a while. John Roseboro does the catching. John Kennedy gets the start at third base with Koufax hitting ninth. The Mets in the field have Hawk Taylor catching. The infield is Stewart, Hunt, McMillan, and Boyer. And the outfield, left to right, Swoboda, Murphy, and Cleon Jones. Okay, Ryban has completed his warm-ups. And up steps Maury Wills, switch hitter hitting left-handed. Wills comes into the game at 289. No homers, 8 RBIs. Ryban into the windup now. The pitch to Maury is a 2-9 grounder to second base. Fielded there by Hunt. Throws over to Stewart, 1 down. And here's Wes Parker now, another switch hitter. He'll bat left-handed. Parker comes in at 283, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. The 6 home runs leads the ball club. As Rybant comes set, here's the windup and the pitch on a 2-7, struck him out. Called strike 3. Home plate umpire Tom Gorman rings him up, and there's 2 down. Here's Willie Davis now. Davis at 293, 2 homers, 23 RBIs. The pitch from Rybant is a 1-4 right-handed foul ball back of the plate. Taylor goes back, drops the mask, and puts it away to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Rybant. And after 1 inning of play, we are scoreless. And hello there, Frank. How are you doing? Koufax takes the mound, prepares to go to work in the second. And Hot Taylor will lead things off for New York. Taylor, this is his first at-bat of the season, believe it or not. That's right, I just now noticed that. Hot Taylor has not played yet. So Taylor, making his 1966 debut here, right-handed hitting catcher. The pitch from Sandy is a 3-8 fly ball into center field. Playable, Willie Davis drifts over and grabs it for the first out. Here's Billy Murphy now, the center fielder. Murphy just 3 for 17 so far. One of those 3 hits a home run. Koufax into the windup. The pitch, a 4-2 right-handed fly ball to straightaway center. Davis backing up a bit and makes the catch. And here's Roy McMillan. McMillan at 217, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. Koufax gets the sign. The windup and the pitch, a 2-9 left-handed fly ball to left field. Tommy Davis gliding over and grabs it for the third out. 3 fly balls, 3 up, 3 down. And we're still scoreless, moving to the bottom of the second inning. Tommy Davis will start things off for the Dodgers. Davis, 364, the leading hitter on the team, although not enough at-bats to qualify. 20 for 55, 1 home run. Rybant gets the sign. The pitch to Tommy Davis is a 6-8 right-hander. He pops him up left side. Boyer is there, and he makes the catch, 1 down. Here's Lefevre now, another switch hitter. He'll hit left-handed against Rybant. Lefevre hitting 279, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. Rybant's pitch on a 5-10 left-hander is a grounder wide of second, fielded there by Hunt. He goes over to Stewart, and Lefevre is out. Here's Lou Johnson now. Johnson, the leading hitter on the team in terms of qualified at-bats. Lou hitting 306, 5 home runs, and a team-leading 26 RBIs. That isn't true anymore. I take that back. 26 RBIs. Now second to Ron Fairley, who has 27. So Lou Johnson, who's been absent from the lineup for a while, lost the team RBI lead. He's been passed by Fairley. 2 down, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Rybant on a 2-11 ground ball to second base. Routine for Hunt. Throws to Stewart, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Rybant. And just like that, we're scoreless after 2 innings of play. What's the endurance on Rybant? He's a 7. How many starts did he make? He actually made 26 starts that year. That's interesting because this is only his second start. So apparently we'll see a little bit more of Rybant in the starting rotation from this point on. Good news and bad news for the Mets. It means they'll have to find a new bullpen stopper. They do have Cherry Arrigo now. But it kind of looks like the bulk of that work is going to fall either to Jack Fisher or Dick Selman. So while it will help their starting rotation, it's going to take away from an already suspect bullpen. Rybant will lead it off. He's a 3, right-handed batter. Koufax pitch on a 2-3, grounder down to first. Parker gloves it, and he'll take it to the bag himself, 1 down. Perry, no, it's Wes Westrom in 66. Wes Westrom was the Mets manager in 1966. Here's Hunt now. Hunt singled his first time up. Koufax, the windup and the pitch on a 3-10 fly ball to straightaway left. Davis barely has to move and gloves it for out number 2. And here's Cleon Jones. Cleon also singled his first time up. Koufax under the windup. 2-6 left-handed, and he bangs his second hit of the game into center field. Cleon Jones 2 for 2. Star 15. Not held at 13. And they're going to elect not to hold him, so he has the lead. 13 for me is always a tough one, so the die will decide it. 1 to 3 he goes. 5 he will not go, and Boyer will hit away. Ken Boyer 0 for 1, bounced into a double play in the first inning. Koufax a glance at the runner. Now from the stretch, comes to the plate 1-7, grounder to shortstop. Boy, and they're lucky they weren't holding him. Look at that. Wills has it, throws him out. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left for the Mets. Rybant looked very much in command to this point. 6 up, 6 down so far. Dodgers not a great hitting club, but the Mets even worse. Dodgers as a team, 254 with 27 home runs. The Mets, 228 with just 14 home runs. Of course, they've still played less games than almost every team, thanks to early season rainouts. They have just 32 games. Dodgers, by contrast, have played 41. And here's Roseboro to lead off the bottom of the third. Roseboro at just 180 so far, 2 homers, a dozen RBIs. The pitch from Rybant on a 4-6, that is hard hit into center field. That's going to be over Murphy's head. Roseboro rounds and heads for second, and he's in there with a leadoff double. Here's John Kennedy now. Kennedy getting the start at third. A glove first player, not much of a hitter. Kennedy just 6 for 39 so far, does not have a home run. Rybant gets the sign. The pitch to Kennedy. We've got a die off the table as Kennedy fouls it straight back. And Rybant will get a new ball. Rubs it up. Gets his sign. Next pitch to Kennedy on a 6-10 is a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be for McMillan. 3E20. Here's the play on an 18. That's going to be fielded by McMillan, looks the runner back and throws him out. That'll bring up Koufax, a right-handed hitter, 1W. Rybant's pitch is a 3-4, grounder back to the pitcher. Rybant snares it, looks the runner back, and throws him out. 2 down, and it'll be up to Wills. Maury Wills 0 for 1. Rybant a check of the runner. Now here's the pitch to Wills. 4-8 left-handed, single on a 1, on a 3. The liner is spared at first by Dr. Strangeglove. How about that? Liner right at Stewart. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left, and we are scoreless through 3. Worth noting as we go to the 4th, Sandy Koufax still looking for his first strikeout of the game. Swoboda, Stewart, and Taylor do. Swoboda walked in the first. Koufax gets the sign from Roseboro now. Here's the pitch to Swoboda. It's a 6-9 right-handed, and he walks him. Second walk issued by Sandy. Not held at 11. He's not a star stealer. No threat to run. I wondered about all pitchers who did that, Thomas. Tommy John was another one. There's a bunch of them. I want to say Vita Blue, but I'm not positive on that one. Here's Stewart now, 0 for 1. Koufax, a glance at the runner. Now comes to the plate, 2-7, fly ball to straightaway center field. Davis backing up a bit and hauls it in. With 1 away, Hawk Taylor comes to bat. Taylor in the second, his first at bat of the season, flew to center. The pitch from Sandy's a 2-6, struck him out, and there it is, his first one of the day. Hawk Taylor, his first appearance of the season, and he's saying to the manager, "Why today?" Mets with a bunch of catchers. Of course, Jerry Grody has most of the work. Jerry Stevenson's caught some. Here's Billy Murphy now. Runner at first, 2 down. The pitch from Sandy is a 2-10 left-handed, a ground ball to short. Slow roller, Wills comes in on it, throws to Parker just in time to nip Billy Murphy at first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we're still... there you go. Thank you for clarifying that. Vita, a switch hitter. Okay, here's Rybant now. Grody was an excellent catcher, no question about that. All right, bottom of the 4th, still scoreless. It'll be Parker and then Davis and Davis. Rybant gets the sign from Taylor. Here's the windup on the pitch to Parker on a 3-8 right-handed. He pops him up right side. Hunt is there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Willie Davis. Rybant into the windup. The pitch to Willie's a 2-7 fly ball to straightaway center. Murphy backing up a bit, and he flags it down. 2 away. And here's Tommy Davis with 2 outs. Davis popped out in the second. Rybant, the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 6-6 right-handed. He pops him up. Left side this time, and it's McMillan making the catch, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Rybant. Pitcher's duel. Rybant undaunted here today. He's matching Koufax. He's actually pitched better. He's only given up 1 hit. Sandy's surrendered 3. Bench was never the same after the surgery as far as defensively. Still a great hitter. It'll be McMillan, Ryband, and Hunt as we move to the 5th inning. Game moving quickly today, which they tend to do that when nobody's hitting. McMillan 0 for 1. Koufax the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 4-4 right-handed fly ball into shallow center. Willie Davis coming on and makes the basket catch. Out number 1. And here's Ryband, right-handed batter. Pitch from Sandy's a 6-4 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 2. Ryband looking overmatched there. And here's Ron Hunt. Hunt 1 for 2 this afternoon. Koufax gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch. A 5-4 right-handed is catcher's card X. That's going to be Roseboro. Roseboro, a fine catcher in his own right, 1E4. Here's the play on the 14. It's a pop out to the catcher, and that will do it. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets in the 5th. Halfway through, and we're still scoreless. I always liked Steve Yeager, although of course I'm probably biased, but damn, he was good. He got as good of a snout throw to first as anybody. It'll be Lefevre, Johnson, and Roseboro here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryband ready to go to work. Lefevre 0 for 1. Ryband's pitch to the lefties is 6-9. Grounder to shortstop X. It'll be another chance for McMillan. Tough play for Roy. 3E20. As he goes into the hole on a 14. He's there. Strong throw across in time. 6-3X, 1 away. Here's Lou Johnson now, 0 for 1. Ryband with the windup. The pitch, a 2-4 right-handed. He pops him up. McMillan will take it. And quickly there's 2 down. That'll bring up Roseboro, who has the only Dodger hit today, a double to lead off the 3rd. Ryband gets the sign. The pitch to Roseboro is a 1-6, and he walks him. 2-out walk to Roseboro. That'll bring up Kennedy. John Kennedy standing in from the right side. Ryband checks the runner. 5-3 righties, a grounder to the pitcher X. Ryband a 4E15. Here's the play. On a 19, he can't get it. That's going to be an infield single with Roseboro stopping at second. First and second, 2 out, but the batter is Koufax. Ryband's pitch to Sandy on a 3-8 struck him out, and that will do it for the Dodgers in the 5th. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Through 5 innings, we've got a hell of a pitcher's duel going on here today. We kind of expected it out of Sandy, but Ryband up to the task. hard to argue with Bench, yeah. From a purely defensive standpoint, I might have to say Pudge Rodriguez. But again, defensively, Bench had 2 careers, the one before the surgery and the one after, and he was still very good after. But before the surgery, just phenomenal. It's going to be Cleon Jones, followed by Boyer and Swoboda in the 6th. Jones 2 for 2 against Sandy. Sandy gets the sign from Rosedale. Here's the pitch to Cleon on a 5-2. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Tommy Davis at the track at the wall. Leaps. It's gone. Home run Cleon Jones. His 3rd hit of the day and the first run of the game. And the Mets take a 1-0 lead for Cleon Jones. Let's take another look at it here. 5-2 homer to 7. He rolls the 5. And for Cleon, just his 2nd home run of the season. And that's going to bring up Boyer. Boyer grounded to short both times. Koufax into the windup. The pitch is a 4-6 right-handed. Grounder down to 3rd base. Kennedy has it across to Parker for the out, 1 away. Here's Swoboda now. He's walked both times. Koufax into the windup. The pitch to Swoboda on a 5-2. That's a high fly ball to left field. Tommy Davis back on the track makes the catch. So the 5-2 again, homer 1-7. This time the 19 was rolled, and it's allowed out to left. And that'll bring up Dr. Strangeglove, 0 for 2 on the day. The pitch from Sandy is a 1-12. Pops him up left side. That's going to be Kennedy waiting for it to come down, and that will do it. The Mets get a run on the Cleon Jones home run, and they take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th. So Frank, the Mets' good luck token, right? And at the bottom of the 6th, Dennis Rybant will be facing the top of the order. But first, short break. I need some more coffee. That kind of a day, gloomy, dark day in Spokane. And we're back. Maury Wills will start it off here in the bottom of the 6th. Wills 0 for 2 on the day. Rybant gets the sign from Taylor. Pitch to Maury is a 2-5 right-handed. A little comebacker. Rybant knocks it down, picks it up, flips to Stewart for the out. 1 away, and here's Wes Parker. Let me grab my cup. Wes Parker 0 for 2. The pitch from Rybant is going to be a 2-10 right-handed. It's a fly ball the other way to left field. Swoboda is there, and he grabs it for out number 2. Here's Willie Davis now. 0 for 2 on the day. Rybant's pitch is a 3-4 right-handed. It's a high fly ball into right field. That's over Jones' head. That's going to go for extra bases. Davis rounds and holds at second with a stand-up double. 3-4 righty homer to 9. And on the 17, it's a 2-out double for Willie Davis. That'll bring up Tommy Davis. Tommy 0 for 2. Jim Lefevre on deck. Rybant studying the signs now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Tommy Davis. It's a 6-5. Grounder down to first base. Stewart has it. Underhands to Rybant covering, and that will do it. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. Through 6 innings of play, it's Mets 1, Dodgers nothing. And so to the 7th we go. Hawk Taylor will start it off. Hawk 0 for 2. Koufax into the windup. It's a 3-4. Grounder back to the pitcher. Koufax has it. Flips over to Parker, 1 down. The batter will be Billy Murphy now. Murphy 0 for 2. The pitch from Sandy is a 3-6 left-handed fly ball into straightaway center. Willie Davis ranging to his right, and he makes the catch for out number 2. He was a glider, wasn't he, Michael? Here's McMillan now 0 for 2. Koufax gets his sign. 3-10 left-handed. That's a base hit into right field. McMillan reached out and just dropped it into right field in front of Johnson. And that's going to bring up Rybant in the 7th. We gotta let him hit. He's pitching a shutout. 3 hitters card. The pitch from Koufax, a 5-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. Just the 3rd strikeout for Sandy today, and 2 of the 3 the pitcher. No runs, a hit, 1 left. As we stretch for the 7th, 1-0 Mets. TLN. What's that, Frank? Clue us in. Yeah, Geronimo, too. Okay, I already have my coffee, but let's take a look at the Mookie can. Sure. Grooming himself on top of the kitchen cabinets. What's up there, Mookie? Yeah. You know your name, don't you? He says, why are you looking at me like that? Am I on camera? Get the camera settled in here. I kind of like the Seinfeld quip on investing about your money working for you. I don't remember it well enough to paraphrase it, but he goes to check with his broker. Oh, yeah, we remember your money. Always showing up late, loafing around the office. It'll be Lefevre, Johnson, and Roseboro. First inning of potential fatigue for Rybant. Let's get the right pitcher out there. Lefevre 0 for 2 on the day as Rybant gets the sign. Here's the pitch on a 4-7 left-handed. It's a double to 7 on the 14. A long single for Lefevre to lead off the 7th, and the tying run aboard. That's going to get him stirring in the Mets pen. Right, left, right. Give me a moment here to look at it. Hepler's the left-hander. It's Larry Bernarth, the righty. Bill Hepler, the lefty, throwing. Bernarth, who survived the attack of the giant cat recently. And here's Lou Johnson. Lou 0 for 2 on the day. Ryban out of the stretch now. The pitch to Lou is a 2-7 right-handed. Single 2 stars. Lefevre all the way to third. And Ryban may be running out of gas here in the 7th. Someone had just mentioned earlier, when is it going to hit midnight for Ryban? Yeah, that was Perry. Could be now. I need to take a look at this Dave Eilers too, a computer-only card. Not very good. So Johnson a star 15 at first base, Ryban a -2 hold. Taylor, however, with a +3 arm, that would make him a 16. So Johnson will have to be held on at 14. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch to Roseboro now on a 5-11 left-handed. He walks him to load the bases, and that's going to do it for Ryban. Here comes Westrom. Ryban is fatigued. 2 singles and a walk, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. We've got Kennedy, the righty, then the pitcher. 2 switch hitters and a lefty. They're going to go to Hepler. Let's check Hepler's numbers so far, shall we? Hepler in 9 games with an 8.22. Ouch. Card, much better than that. That's an interesting call, Frank. I almost never pull the infield in with the bases loaded. I think they would gladly trade a tie game for 2 outs right here. It'd be hard for me to take Sandy out, Bill. I can tell you that. Kennedy's 1 for 2. Facing the lefty Hepler. The pitch to Kennedy, a 5-11 grounder to first base X, and that could be trouble. That's Stewart. The 5E28, here's the roll on the play on an 8. It is a 7 on an E28, and he boots it. Dr. Strangeglove lets the game be tied up. E3. First error of the ball game. You could almost see that one coming. And we're all tied up here. Koufax a poor bunter. He's a D. I'm thinking this over here now. Koufax will bat. The D bunter takes away any chance of the squeeze. They're going to stay back, try to get the double play. The pitch to Koufax on a 4-4, fly to left field and shallow. On comes Swoboda, still coming. He makes the catch and the runners hold. And that's the first out of the inning. Now they have to pull it in for Wills and A bunter. As much as I hate to do it, I really hate pulling the infield in with the bases loaded. Not much choice here. With the Dodger offense, Wills would most likely try to squeeze, so they're going to pull it in, and he'll hit away against Hepler. Bases loaded, one down. 3-5 left-handed, that's a single 12. That's going to be knocked down at short by McMillan, but he has no play. On the one, it will be an infield single, and the Dodgers take a 2-1 lead. Johnson crosses the plate. Roseboro to third, Kennedy to second. Wills, of course, to first. And here's Parker. Parker also will turn around and hit right-handed against Hepler. Let's check his ground ball A's. 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17. Quite a few ground ball A's for Parker. They're going to push back now and try to get the double play. Wes Parker 0 for 3 on the day, batting right-handed. Hepler's pitch on a 5-8 is a grounder to second base X. That's Hunt. This could be 2. 3E28. Hunt behind the bag on a 1. He can't get it. That's past him. 1 run will score. Here comes Kennedy to score. And on a 2-run single by Wes Parker, the Dodgers take a 4-1 lead. Wills all the way to third. And the floodgates have opened here in the 7th. Parker no threat to run, especially with Hepler's, well, he's got a -4, but Taylor with a +3. Still -1, that would make Parker a 13, still only 1 away. Willie Davis left on left, a B bunter. Hardly hits into any double plays. And the Mets will bring the infield in. Hepler out of the stretch. The pitch to Willie on a 1-5. That is a ground ball B, but with the infield in, it's a B+, and that's going to be a 2-star single. And when it rains, it pours. That's an RBI for Davis. Wills scores. Parker all the way to third. Three straight hits issued by Hepler. And here comes Westrom, and that's going to be it for Hepler. There's no way he's going to let him face Tommy Davis. We touched on this earlier, this bullpen. Bernarth will come on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, he got bit up there, crumpled up a bit by Mookie. Still a very playable card. And the Dodgers bat around here in the 7th as Tommy Davis comes to bat. We can close the book on Rybat now. He deserved better. 2, 3, 4 hits. 3 runs, walked a pair, struck out 2. Runners at the corners, 1 away. At this point, they'll push back again, try to get 2. Barenarth ready to go to work against the right-handed Davis. It's a 5-8 right-handed fly ball to center field and fairly deep. Murphy backing up. That's going to be enough to get another run in. It's a sac fly to center as Parker tags and scores. And that makes the score 6-1. And the batter will be Jim Lefevre, 0 for 3 with a sac fly. Not too much action to move that into, cut that box in half. I won't try to do that here. Lefevre turns around again and hits lefty. Barenarth's pitch on a 4-2 is a fly ball into straightaway right. Cleon Jones is there, and that will do it. The Dodgers, however, come up with 6 big runs in the 7th on 5 hits. They leave 1, and after 7, lead it 6-1. Now give me a moment here to fix this. There we go. Whoops, what happened? 4-2. Lefevre. Right, yeah, we don't do that. Okay, thank you though. That's actually a ballpark factor adjustment, believe it or not, if you did not know that. Another thing a lot of people don't know that I've noticed is that it's inaccurate to play clutch without ballpark or vice versa. I mean, you can do it. There's nothing saying you can't. But the way they make the cards, that's factored in as part of the ballpark clutch thing, which they factor in as a unit. Ben, of course, new on the rules, gets that, naturally. Tip of the hat to Ben. And now Koufax, who was close to coming out of the game, carries a 5-run lead into the 8th. It'll be the top of the order for the Mets. Hunt, 1 for 3, will lead things off. Sandy with the windup and the pitch. It's a 1-2, and he walks him. Not really what you want to do when you've just been handed a 5-run lead. -2 makes Hunt a 13. They will not hold him. And here's Cleon, who has not been retired today. 2 singles and the home run representing the Mets' only run against Koufax. Koufax, however, with just the 3 strikeouts, has not felt particularly Koufax-like today. So there's still hope for the Mets as Jones stands in 3 for 3. From the stretch, it's a 6-9, and he walks him. Handed a 5-run lead, Koufax promptly walks the first 2 men. He, of course, is a 9 endurance starter, so that's not an issue. And the Mets will send up Ken Boyer. Ken 0 for 3 today. Koufax checks the runners. Now the pitch is a 4-8, swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Koufax, 1 away. And the batter will be Ron Swoboda. Swoboda walked twice, flew to left. Koufax gets the sign. The pitch to Swoboda on a 4-8 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Two walks, 2 strikeouts. I'll get to that, Paul, and welcome, by the way. Here's Dr. Strangeglove, 0 for 3. His error in the 7th was huge. The pitch to Stewart is a 2-6, grounder down to third base. Kennedy has it across to Parker, and that will do it in the 8th. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. And welcome Jimmy. Haven't seen Jimmy Jam in a while. Okay, Paul. Let's find a Met with speed here. Jones, probably. Jones, a star 15 stealer. $13 would be if he doesn't get his good lead, all right? So if he rolls his good lead, which is 2 dice, 2 through 7, the 15, you take the pitcher's hold, in Koufax's case, +1, combined with the catcher's arm, Roseboro with a -3, so the result of that is a -2, and Jones would be a 13 on his first number, not held. If he was held, you would subtract another 2 from that, and you would subtract 4 from the second number. So in other words, let's say he was held on at 13, he tried for the lead and didn't get it. Now he could still steal, but it would be the second number with the pitcher and catcher -2, 11. -4 for the hold, he'd be a 1 through 7. So hopefully that explains it. And with Johnson, Roseboro, and Kennedy due up, Larry Bernarth will come out once again. Johnson 1 for 3. Bernarth gets the sign. The pitch is a 2-10 right-handed. It's a comebacker. Bernarth snags it, throws over to Stewart for the out. 1 down, and here's Roseboro now. Roseboro has not been retired today, doubled in the 3rd and walked twice. Pitch to John is a 6-7 grounder to second base, X. Tough chance for Hunt, 328 behind the bag. On a 3, he's not going to get there. That's a base hit into right field. So Roseboro's been on all 4 times today. And the batter will be Kennedy. Bernarth out of the stretch now. The pitch to Kennedy's a 3-8 right-handed. Struck him out. Gorman, the home plate umpire, rings Kennedy up. And with 2 down, Koufax will bat. Sure, why wouldn't he? Pitch to the righty is a 5-10 catcher's card X. That's going to be Hawk Taylor. A 3E7. Here's the result of that play. It's the E rating. It'll be a 4 on an E7. And Taylor makes an error. Holy cow. E2. Roseboro stops at second. Second Met error of the day. And that'll get Wills another at bat. Wills 1 for 4. Baranarth gets the sign. The pitch to Maury on a 4-4 is a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Boyer. Boyer, a good third baseman, 2E26. If he ranges to his left, it's the error range, an 8 on a 26. He makes a fine play and throws him out to retire the side, 5-3X. No runs, a hit, 2 left. There was an error. And we go to the 9th in a 6-1 ball game. I want to thank everybody for watching today. Koufax trying to go the distance. Hasn't felt like a typical Koufax game. He's walked 4 and only struck out 5 so far. It'll be Taylor, Murphy, and McMillan. Looking at the bench, you've got Brasseau. A lot of lefties on this bench. Hickman a possibility. So here's Taylor to lead it off. He is 0 for 3 today. Koufax into the windup now. The pitch to Hawk Taylor on a 2-10. It's a high fly ball to left field. Going back is Davis at the track, at the wall, makes the catch at the wall. But Taylor gave it a ride, 210 homer to 6. The roll is a 9, and it's allowed out for Hawk Taylor. Here is Murphy, 0 for 3. Koufax with the windup, 110, fly ball into straightaway right field. There's Johnson. He squeezes it, and the Mets are down to their last out. Is it going to be McMillan? Is Brasseau better? He can play short. I think Brasseau is better. We're going to bring in Brasseau to hit for McMillan here. Brasseau just 211 so far. He does have 2 home runs. Koufax trying to close it out. Here's the windup and here's the pitch on a 4-9. It's a grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for Wills, 3E27. Maury charging it now on the 17. He's got it and throws him out, and that's the ball game. 6-3X. 6-1 is the final. And I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Let's see what we've got here now. So Wills, one to 15. So you're looking at the pitcher Baranarth, -1, so it would be +2, 17. 2 for the hold, he'd be 15, exactly. Good job, Paul, you got it. And Rick and Ben both summed it up. Even in somewhat of an off day for Koufax, he goes the distance, allowing just 1 run. That makes his record an amazing 9-1 now. He leads the majors in wins. He gave up 5 hits, walked 4, struck out 5, I think. Yep, struck out 5. Let me double check the walks again. 2, 3, 4 walks. Baranarth, 1 2/3. 1 hit, no runs. No walks and a strikeout. Hepler, just 1/3 of an inning, he allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, I think. no walks, no strikeouts. Rybant, the tough luck loser, drops to 1-3. Take care, Ben, and thank you. And welcome, I'm sorry, not welcome, but RIP to Bob Euchre. I was going to welcome Paul, new member to the stream. Be sure to subscribe, Paul. Appreciate it. So the totals, the Dodgers 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Mets 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors, one of them very costly. Looking ahead on the schedule, let's see what we have on tap for tomorrow. It's going to be the White Sox at the Yankees. That's going to be Bruce Howard for the White Sox, Fritz Peterson for the Yankees. It was a 5-inning game in real life, rain shortened apparently. We will not be doing that, of course. We'll play it in full. Let's see if they say anything about it. Oh, wait a minute. This is not good. What the heck? Well, I haven't had this come up before. This game, 5 innings, ended 2-2. Well, I'm going to have to look into that and see what the hell they did. Huh, it doesn't say anything. Let me go back to this one. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. I'm going to have to check my master schedule on that one. Wow, I just noticed that. Thank you, Thomas. So we may not have that game. That's the first time something like this has come up. Anyway, I will do my homework. If the game is replayed, I'll probably skip this game and just play the replay. Or we could play the game out and not play the replay, but I'm liable to forget if I do that and play them both. Anyway, I will look into that. We'll see what I come up with. And in the meantime, I'm going to get out of here and get something to eat. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Take care, everybody, and have a great evening. So long for now.